What's good? It's your boy EB, and welcome back to Black Sheep to Goat on YouTube. Now, big fight coming up this weekend, Saturday night. Canelo versus Charlo. Now, these are to me, what's going to be these are the keys to victory, or what is going to separate these guys where they can win. Yeah, we in my wheelhouse now. Now, start off with the champion. Undisputed at 168, Canelo. Now, I'm going to go down the bad, the good, and how he can win, okay? So, first, what I think the bad tendencies that Canelo has, he has about a good, maybe 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying? So the first one, he's very flat-footed. When it's talking about moving around the ring and ring generalship and catching angles with, boxing men with his feet, he's not that good. He's very, very, very flat-footed. And I mean by that, he wants guys or his opponent to stand right in front of him. So that's what he wants. And I think that will be an issue. Because Charlo, he's not as flat-footed, but to a degree he is. But he still know how to move him when he has to. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, gas tank. That's been an issue for Canelo, we could say, past about 4 or 5 fights, maybe. The gas tank is not there. It's not there. Yes, I know he got late knockouts on Caleb Plant, and I can't remember the other guy's name. He got late knockouts, but you can clearly see he was gassed also. His opponent was gassed, but he was tired. Now, the other thing I think would be another detriment of Canelo to losing, he only throw punches in certain spots. He don't just throw and try to get his offense going. He waits to specific positions to throw spots. Got it wrote down right here. First one is when the opponent back is to the ropes. He do not throw in the middle of the ring too often. Every single time he do not. He do not like moving around, pushing that. He don't like that. And then the only time he do, like I just said, the only time he do throw punches is to break up the action. A little jab here, a little hook there, a little body punch there. And I don't like his timing of big shots. Most of the time, especially against Bivol, and he's been doing it most of his career. If he wants to rest, he will throw a big shot just to get them off of him. Just to get them off of him. That's the only reason. So those are the few occasions he'll throw if it's not in that position when the opponent back is to the ropes. If you keep it in that, little box within a box in the ring, he's not going to throw too many punches, and you basically can kind of have your way with him. Now, the good tendencies about Canelo I will go over, you could say his chin. That son bitch tough. I can't deny that. I don't like Canelo, but he's very, very tough and very durable. That's that is the asset. You need that in boxing these days. In any day, you need that in boxing. And then the stationary head movement. And what I mean by stationary head movement, very flat-footed. He don't use his feet to create offense or defense. He likes to move like this and move like that. And yes, he can hit you with some big shots. Boom, boom. He got that awkward angle uppercut, which I like it. He got the awkward angle uppercut, and that's that. Now that's going to be the difference. Now, for me personally, for Canelo to win, It's going to have to be very specific and situational. This is the way he's going to win. If he could get Charlo in this specific spot, he's gonna because the lack of gas tank he has, he needs to get this done in the first 6 rounds, or he's gonna lose. He's going to lose. There's no doubt about it. And I'm gonna go over Charlo why he's good on the back end of fights most of the time. That last 6 rounds with Charlo is a whole different animal. He showed that against Brian Castaños as of recent. But back to Canelo. So one thing I think he needs to do is he's going to have to catch Charlo with his back against the ropes, hit him with one of these overhand, another hook, which he's good at, and he gotta get him to the body. That's what I think. And then he's gonna have to really take a page out of Tyson Fury handbook, what he did against Deontay Wilder. If you remember correctly, he basically in the third fight, he laid on Deontay Wilder. Canelo is clearly bigger than Charlo. Come on now, Charlo fights at 154. He's the undisputed champion. Dude fighting at 168. Automatically, Canelo, if we using a little quick math here, and you can look at him, he's going to be 15 pounds heavier. For sure, he's going to be closer to 190. I could bet that. After he rehydrates and everything, I can bet it. So if he do those 3 things, he can win this fight. It's going to be very specific, very situational. But what Charlo got to understand is just if you make him uncomfortable and move, you can beat him. Charlo, a bad tendency. Now, I looked at most of his fights, and I rewatched them and everything. Now, the bad tendency is Charlo winds up on his hooks. He winds up on his hooks. I know it's fast, but, all you got to do, boom. Hit him with a hook, a counter hook, if you know it's coming. True. But when he winds up on a hook, that leaves him wide open. Because Charlo head movement is okay, but it ain't the best in the world. It's not no Shakur Stevenson or nobody like that. But when he winds up, that could really fuck with him in the long haul. Now another one, he don't do he don't do it that often, but even with the 1-2, when he come back with the 2, he extends on jabs. He want to get it. He want to jab him so bad. So when he come back, when he throw a jab, he extends and he leaves that wide open. And he has got rocked like that plenty of times, because I think Tony Harrison got him a few times. Castaño did. Those were the ones I can remember. And the biggest thing that really I just hated in all levels of boxing, he hesitates and he don't pull the trigger. That's why he got the draw on his record. That's why he have that loss on his record. He has to pull the trigger. Even when he fought Castaño for the second time, when he knocked him out, true. But he did not pull the trigger early enough, because he could have finished that fight way earlier than it should have been. I don't care. Now, the second thing is, what he really, really have to do, I call it building the blocks. I can say Floyd Mayweather did it, Terrence Crawford did it, Muhammad Ali did it, Sugar Ray Leonard did it. When you build the blocks and you add the pressure as the fight go on, that's when you crumble any man that stands in front of you. Got to have good cardio, though. But when you build the blocks and keep staying active and staying aggressive, you can make anybody quit. You can make anybody you can make anybody basically give up in the ring. If he build the blocks, that's a really thing. That's one thing he really, really, really good at. If he just build the blocks. And another thing, now this is one of my favorites, because Derek James student, he's very fundamentally sound, very conventional, 1-2s, 3s, uppercuts, keep it, keep everything together. Love it. And then he keeps the mistakes low. Yes, he do mistakes. Both of these guys don't just do this all the time. But yes, he keeps mistakes low. That separates you from any elite athlete. You keep the mistakes low, you give yourself a chance. Now, he does give himself a chance. Now, he's an underrated body puncher. I don't think nobody think of Charlo, because when you think of Jermell Charlo, you think of shark in the water. When he smell blood, he's knocking you the fuck out. That's what you think of. But no, he goes to the body, softens you up, pause, and then he boom, boom, and he really just take it to you. Pause. So now for Charlo to win this fight, of course, he has to stay fundamentally sound on offense and defense. And don't make it a brawl. Canelo want to make this a brawl. He want to stand toe-to-toe in front of you, and he want to see who got, as he say, who got the biggest cojones. He says it all the time, Now, in order to beat Canelo, you're the smaller guy. I get it. You got to make him as uncomfortable as possible, which you do, which Charlo does on the back end of fights. Make him as uncomfortable early. Start building the blocks as the third round go on, and you could probably get him out of there by the ninth. I really believe that. Now, my final verdict is, I think Charlo is going to win this fight. I really think. And to me, the gas tank is the deciding factor. Yes, both of them has intangibles, but body punching, gas tank, and when you put a bad gas tank against a good body puncher, you get exhausted every single time. I don't care who you are. And that's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a knockout, but I'm just going to go out on the limb. Charlo, 11th round knockout.